Mayad nga agahon. Coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas in the Philippines. I'm having my morning cup of coffee here. My coffee with Gino cup. My Copico Blanca. Copico Blanca is my choice of 3-on-1 coffee here in the Philippines. Coffee, cream, and sugar all in one powder form. Comes in this sachet. You put it in your cup, the powder, put hot water, and you have a nice cup of coffee. Very inexpensive here in the Philippines. Very common. I mean, you can see this 3-in-1 coffee at sari-sari stores, at 7-Eleven. When you go to the carinderias or sari-sari store, they'll have a selection for you of a 3-in-1 coffee. They'll even have a thermos of hot water, and they have cups available for you, so you can make your 3-in-1 coffee at any carinderia, any sari-sari store. Very popular with jeepney drivers and tricycle drivers here. Let me just make sure I'm live here. Make sure usually there's a delay for me regarding showing on the screen here, like if anybody's online. I can kind of I'm thinking I thought it was raining because the sun is trying to come up here. I can see it. I thought I heard rain. It must have been something else. So I'll go outside and check it out here in a minute. Yo, Tim. Hey, my good friend Tim in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. All right, Tim, and thank you for joining. Hey, Bill Meyer. Hey, good morning, Bill Meyer. All right, well, let me just make sure I can read the comments here also. All right. Oh, coffee. It's hard for me to see on the screen, Tim. That's why I had to look on my laptop. That it's a coffee cup. You have 2 coffee cups right there. Hey, Brian, my good friend in the Galveston County, Texas. Good morning, Brian. Lowell, kumusta? Mabuti ako, Lowell. May kaibigan, may kapatid in Oregon. Mabuhay. God bless, my brother. Jeffrey, good morning, Kuya Gino. All right. Good morning. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Already had my morning walk. So usually when I get my morning walk, I'm already awake. When I get back home, I'm already fired up for the day. But great walk this morning. Nice and cool outside. Not cold. It never gets cold here in the Philippines. But here in Aklan, you can feel a little bit of chill in the morning. That's why I even had my hoodie. I had my hoodie and everything. This came from a good friend of mine in Atlanta. This is a present when I hanged out with him. He visited Boracay. I came and he gave me this hoodie shirt. It's really nice. I really like it. And it's not thick like a sweatshirt, but it's thin material, kind of like a dry fit material. I really like it. It's my favorite. When it gets a little bit chill here, I'll wear this hoodie outside when I walk. Good workout shirt that I wear when it's a little chill in the morning. Morning, Brian. Hey, good morning, Brian. How much is the large coffee at 7-Eleven? All right, I can tell you that, man. My French vanilla large brewed coffee at 7-Eleven here in Numancia, right outside our gate, 57 pesos. So about a dollar. When I went to Iloilo in Iloilo City, I think it was over 60. I think 64. Everything in Iloilo City is a little bit more than the province. That's just how it is. Anything you buy, grocery, fruit stand, vegetables, anything in the city is gonna be a little bit more than what it costs here in Calibo. That's why I like it here in Calibo, man. Calibo is like, I've traveled many places in the Philippines, Negros Island, Cebu, Luzon. We traveled all over to Luzon. And as far as prices of like produce, fruits, and seafood, we got one of the cheapest prices here in Aklan province. I mean, the fruits, vegetables, and seafood that I get at the public market here, I don't think can get any lower price than that. That's why I love living here in Aklan province, because a lot of the vegetables and fruits here in Aklan province are sourced here in Aklan. There are things that we get from other provinces, but most of it, like potatoes, carrots, cabbage, you name it, they're planted here in Aklan province. Balete, Aklan, where James and Karen lives, James and Karen's Adventure. That's as far as fruits and vegetables, man, they got like the best fruits and vegetables coming out of Balete. And here in Aklan province, we do not have a shortage here of rice. As a matter of fact, we got like an overabundance of rice here. It's like our mayor of Numancia, he often gives away rice, or you can buy, they always, they have this thing here, it's a big deal for Filipinos to have this thing called 20 pesos a kilo of rice. And we got that here. At Lezo Aklan, you can go there and buy yourself 20 pesos a kilo of rice. Never a problem here in Aklan province, because we have so many rice fields here, so many farms here. That's what I really enjoy living here in Aklan province. The low prices here. Hello, Gino and Ebra. Hey, JP, hope you're feeling well today. JP, hope you're feeling better than yesterday. I know how that is, man. When you catch a cold, when you catch something, and you're a little bit off when you get that. Me, I just rest. The minute I start feeling something, I just rest. There might be. Let me go outside, because I'm hearing. I don't know if I'm hearing things, but let me just go outside and check out what's going on, because I'm hearing noise outside, and normally it's so peaceful and quiet outside. I didn't hear anything when I was walking earlier. Oh, there's Kuya. Hey, morning, Kuya. He's washing his car already. Hey, Kuya. He takes good care of his Subaru. The Kuya Subaru SUV. That's what. I was hearing something. So I'm not hearing things. I was actually, Kuya's got like a power wash he uses to wash his car. So that's what I was hearing. Yesterday, I had to replace the back tire on Bumblebee. Right, there's Bumblebee. I got a flat, and then I brought it to the guys that fix the vulcanizing shop. They call it vulcanizing shop here. You can kind of see it's kind of breezy. Even the mom's plants here, you can tell it's a little bit cool this morning. But I had to go to get it vulcanized. But the tires on Bumblebee, they call it here tubeless. There's no tube inside. And I guess there was something wrong with the back tire. I actually had to replace the back tire. And the cost for the back tire, like this new one that I put in there, this one actually thicker, like a bigger tire, wider, was 1,300 pesos. About $24. And that's installed already, including the installation on it. So new tire on Bumblebee. I can't remember the last time I replaced the tire. At least I would say close to 2 years was the last time I replaced the tire on Bumblebee. The sun is trying to come up there. There are some clouds here. That might be a little bit rain, but clear here. So I don't know. It did rain last night. I remember feeling that it was raining last night, but that was the noise I was hearing. It's my neighbor's power wash. He's power washing his car this morning. I thought I was hearing things. I was like, usually, like I said, man, here in our neighborhood, it's so quiet in the morning. I don't hear anything, but Kuya Rex, my Kuya Rex, man, he takes good care of his vehicles. He's got like two SUVs, Subaru. One is brand new, the one he's washing brand new, and the other one's maybe about 4 years old. He's also got like a Honda Click. Kuya Rex, man, he's just a cool dude, man. It's like a great person. His wife, they're just a great family. I love being their neighbor. They're like very good people. Hello, Gino and everyone. Like and subscribe. All right, Brian, thank you. Hey, JP, Bill, I never had that coffee before. I get my coffee in bean form and going it when needed. Yeah, I get it like 3-in-1s. Ever since I moved to the Philippines, this is what they drink here. I figure, man, it's like I used to drink, in the military, man, it was all about brewed coffee. But the one at 7-Eleven is actually brewed coffee because they got the beans on top. When you press the button, you hear them grinding the beans in there. Starts pouring like the water, the coffee, and then the cream. So the French vanilla on it. So it's legit. It's a strong coffee. The one at 7-Eleven. You can tell it's brewed coffee, not like the 3-in-1. 3-in-1 coffee is like instant coffee. It's not strong at all. I mean, you can get strong coffee like the Copico Black. Copico Black is really strong coffee as far as 3-in-1 coffee. Let me close the door here a little bit. The sun all of a sudden got bright. It all of a sudden came up. Good AM, Gino. You should buy local coffee beans and a little grinder and brew your own. Much better. I'm okay, Ted. Probably much better, but I've gotten used. I mean, I've been drinking Copico Blanca now for 14, going on 15 years. It's easy peasy for me. I don't drink a coffee all day. 1 cup a day. This is it. After I drink this, maybe sometimes I'll have 2 cups of coffee. Like if I'm getting sleepy in the afternoon, I'm near 7-Eleven, I might get a coffee. But 1 cup a day, so it doesn't make for me to brew it and everything. Mom, she likes the Copico Black or the Nescafe. She does the single Nescafe. So actually, Mom and I have different coffee even. Mom is like hardcore, man. She got this Nescafe Classic. It comes in like a stick. It looks like a stick form. Yeah, it comes in like stick. And this little thing right here, man, it's strong. I've had it before. And she doesn't mix anything with it. It's just this, so like this packet right here, 48. I think this is about 120 pesos or something, but this is what Mom drinks. She likes this Nescafe Classic. Very common for Filipinos. I know, Ted, I know Americans. I was there, man. I lived in the U.S. I know everything in the U.S. is about brewing and all that. But here, I think here in the Philippines, it's all about the convenience, how fast it is, and then the price. Because the beans, when you got to buy the beans, it's a little bit more money than the 3-in-1. Grind. All right. Hello, Brian, Lowell, Bill M, Brian. All right. JP. What's on your agenda for today? Well, yesterday I got busy with Bumblebee because not only did I have the tire replaced, and that took a lot of work because it was flat, so I tried to put air on it, but it was losing air. So I went ahead and drove it to rode the Bumblebee to the vulcanizing place. Good thing there's one nearby. Here in the Philippines, vulcanizing shops, the people that fix your tire on your car, on your motorbike, very common. You cannot go like 1 kilometer here and not find a vulcanizing shop. There are so many vulcanizing shops, so which is good. I mean, but it's still coming out of the gate, maybe about 500 yards away. So, man, I was driving and you could tell it was flat because it was wiggling. So I drove slowly there, made it there. But the guy, when he tried to remove the tire in the back, and he was trying to fix it, and he even bought let's try putting like that sealant, they have the liquid sealant to seal it. wasn't working. I think it was just something had messed up on the tire itself. So we ended up taking the tire, and here the vulcanizer, since he couldn't fix it, the guy was like, where did you buy this thing? And I told him I bought it in Numancia along the highway. So I actually like end up carrying that tire, rode the motorbike on the guy vulcanizing it. Say, I'll take you there. So me and him, like I was right back, and I don't back ride on a motorbike often. And so I told Kuya, be careful, drive really slow. So he did. He drove really slow. I was holding the tire in one hand, got to this place, and then they checked it. They said, yeah, I don't think that. They said the tire, you need a new tire. So I went ahead and bought the new tire. So now it rides great again. And then on the way home, there's a rattle on the roof, the canopy on Bumblebee. There's a rattle in there because they had hooked it and they bolted it before, but now because of rust and age, Bumblebee's almost 10 years old now. It's hard to tighten now. So yesterday on the way home, I went ahead and I saw a welding shop on the way home. So I said, hey man, let me just stop here. And I told the guy, yeah, this thing is like rattling, it's making noise when I'm riding. He goes, yeah, I can weld that, So he welded it. He welded it for like 100 pesos. He welded it for like less than $2 to weld that. So now it's all welded in there, man. It's all no more rattling on Bumblebee. So. And that's Bumblebee is kind of like Dazzle's ride anyway. She rides Bumblebee all the time to go to the Numancia Public Market when it's time to get balut. When it's time to get balut for Leanna and Dazzle and Mom, they ride Bumblebee. And then sometimes Dazzle takes Mom and Leanna to church on Bumblebee. So it's nice that we have Bumblebee and then we have our car because Dazzle could do things riding Bumblebee. Belus, good morning, Bruska. All right, Bruska G, Coconut Harvest. All right. Hey man, I can't wait. I know you're gonna do a short. I know you're gonna do a short on like them climbing the coconut tree. Machete and on the side, get up there and like chopping down some coconuts and. What was that? Okay, where are you from? Oh, I'm from, this is Numancia Aklan in Western Visayas in the Philippines. Visayas is the middle section of the Philippines. Luzon is where Manila is, Metro Manila. Visayas is the region, set of islands. You got Panay Island, you got Negros Island, Cebu Island, and then Leyte and Samar. Bill Meyer, GP, morning Blues. All right, morning Bill. Imagine, I don't want to be shot, man. I don't want to be shot, man. Hey, Blues, morning, brother GP. All right. Jump to Boracay and I agree, man. That's Boracay is a tourist destination. So when you go to Boracay, everything costs more in Boracay Island, even though it's part of Aklan. Boracay Island, the locals here, the local Boracaynon, they call Boracay Island Magastos Island. That's the nickname. If you go to Boracay, you're gonna spend money in Boracay. Everything costs a lot more in Boracay Island. But you can still live there. I lived in Boracay Island for 18 months and you can still, you figure in Boracay Island, the locals have to live there, even though it's Magastos Island. You can live there like the locals. Like me, I had a nice studio apartment when I lived there on White Beach at Angol, Station 3. I paid 10,000 pesos. Now, this is back in 2011, 2012, but I paid 10,000 pesos, under $200 for a furnished studio apartment. You can still live in Boracay. If you ask me, you can still find one bedroom studio apartment in Boracay, 15,000 a month. From when I was there 14, 15 years ago to now, an increase of $80. To me, that's not bad. And to be in like the top beach in the world. White Beach, Boracay was just named #1 in the world as far as beach. It's like you can't beat it. I mean, you're in paradise, living in paradise, renting for less than $300 a month for a studio apartment. You still can't beat it. You can live there. You can. I mean, I have friends that live there. You don't have to spend a lot of money in Boracay like the tourists do. Yeah, the tourists, they spend a lot of money, but the locals, they don't spend a lot of money there. There is a public market in Boracay. It's called Talipapa Bukid. On the main road, you climb up the hill. Man, you can get cheap produce there, cheap seafood there. So if you want to live in Boracay, it can be done. I stayed there this past June. Dazzle and I stayed there this past June for 1 month, and we didn't spend a whole lot of money because we were cooking our food at home. Yes, if you go to Boracay and you go eating out at the restaurants all the time, you're gonna spend a lot of money. But you can live like anywhere else, like in Boracay. You can. It's the tourists that end up paying a lot more for Boracay, and that's anywhere in the Philippines, anywhere in the world. When you go to a tourist destination, you're gonna pay. It's like it's not just the Philippines. If you go to places in Thailand, you go to places in Europe. If it's a tourist destination, you're gonna pay extra for that. Do you know where Fiji is? Fiji? I'd have to look at the map. I know Fiji probably in the Pacific Ocean somewhere. I have to look at the map, man. I eat, okay. Usually when these comments, and I have to read because I don't want to like somebody always trying to be funny. All right. Too long, man. Blues, smash the thumbs up. All right, Blues. Later, blue sky. As far as I can see. Oh, now it's sunny now, man. Look at that. Now it's sunny. And the sun is like coming up strong now. Good AM, family. Hey, Fortune. Good morning, Fortune. Pinoy in Washington. Hello, Brother Gino. Good afternoon from Seattle, Washington. It's raining. Flooding in some area, Washington. Non-stop rain in I've known in the past, like I know it rains a lot in the Washington State area. I know Seattle's kind of got that reputation that it rains a lot in Seattle. Hopefully no flooding in your area. Hopefully you're staying home, staying safe, my friend. Good AM, Brian, GP, Ted, and Beluce from Fortune. It's sunny in Eastern Washington. All right, it's sunny in Eastern Washington. Reservoir something. I remember. I don't remember, JB. I know you had mentioned it before to me, but you're like from Reservoir something. I told it to Stevie, but I can't remember right now. Just some wind at times. Hello, Master Yoda, Fortune, JB. Good day, Gino. I know I saw that, man. I wasn't gonna bring it up. Fortune, but hey, you had a good year. It's been a good year. I mean, went to the final game, so for sure. I mean, it's like just to make it to the championship game. That's already something to be proud of. Hello, morning, Fortune. Brian, Gino, we were on a tricycle in Calibo in 2015. Wow, that's been 10 years there. And got a flat. The driver pulled down an alley, and here was this guy with a homemade tire patching business. I was fascinated to see how, I know, I mean, vulcanizing a flat tire is just like so common here. And the tire that I put on Bumblebee is called tubeless. Usually there's a tube inside, right? And they'll remove the tube, they'll patch it, and you're good to go. But they say that the tubeless is better. So I figure, hey man, why not? That's what I put on my our Bumblebee, our motorbike. 7-Eleven, yeah, I know, right? 7-Eleven coffee is legit. I know, man. They got good coffee. The two coffees that surprises me here in the Philippines, that brewed coffee that are good. 7-Eleven is good, and I also like McDonald's. It's McCafe. They got some good good coffee at McCafe. And again, it's not Starbucks prices at McCafe or Starbucks. You can get a nice cup of coffee, brewed coffee for like $1. In the middle of my head, a coffee bean, that's a mole. I have a mole in my forehead. That's not a coffee bean, my friend. We enjoyed the lantern parade. I saw, thank you for that video. Fortune shared the video of the lantern parade. Yeah, I saw that. I actually watched it earlier. JP, will you be there for Christmas? No, JP will be here New Year's though. He'll be here for New Year's. He's gonna celebrate Christmas with his family in Washington State, but New Year's he will be here in Calibo. Good morning, Fortune. Beautiful day. What is among us? All right. I don't eat white rice. I am hoping I can get brown or oh yeah, they got brown rice here. They even got black rice here. I've never eaten it. I've never eaten it, JP, but they have it. Even at the Numancia Public Market, all kinds of varieties of rice. And I'm sure in Calibo they have the same thing. I mean, Calibo Market, that's gonna be an amazing market, man, when it opens. And it won't be long now. I'm estimating maybe 6 months. The new public market in Calibo will be open, and it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be it's 3 stories high, modern looking. It's got like those gigantic fans on top. Man, that's gonna be an odd parking space like in Calibo. Man, that's rare in Calibo to have parking space. You know, so it's gonna be awesome having a brand new public market, modernized public market. So my future Filipina doesn't kick me to the curb for not eating rice. For not eating rice. I'm not eating many expats here, JP, a lot of times when they meet a Filipina and they're like picky eaters, they just have a certain different food from what the Filipina eats or what the Filipina's family eats. That's common here. The Filipina might have rice and fish. The American will have beef and potatoes. That's common here. You're not gonna be the only one that's like that, because there's a lot of expats here that don't eat Filipino food. Not uncommon at all. Not uncommon at all. Copico is okay. Yeah, that's my favorite. I like Copico. That's been my brand forever here. Brian, patch on. The video is on my channel. My respect for low-income workers. Immensely watching him work. I know, man. It's like, even the guys that did the tire, I always tip them. Even the vulcanizing guy that couldn't fix it, that rode on his motorbike, he took me to get the tire replaced. When we came back, I gave him money. It's just, for me, they go above and beyond here. They go extra. I mean, he left his vulcanizing shop to take me to get a new tire, like on his motorbike. I mean, to me, that's just cool that people do that. Most of the time, people might just say, here's your tire, I can't fix it. Take it somewhere else. But he took his time. I was back riding on this motorbike. That's all I have. It's like everything in my life now is about moderation. Rarely drink alcohol now. I pretty much gave up alcohol. I'll have my 1 cup of coffee. My health is so important to me. That's why I walk every day, first thing in the morning. The minute I walk, I do stretching here. I walk during the day. I might even do yoga. At sunset, Dazzle and I walk for an hour. It's all about, I'm drinking plenty of water, cocoa water, coconut water. All about my health, man. It's like, I'm not eating any more fried foods, everything baked or grilled. Just taking care of my body, taking care of my health. It's like, health is wealth, man. It's like a priority for me to stay healthy now. Is that instant coffee like a French vanilla? Like a French vanilla. This one, it's not like French vanilla, but Blanca, I guess it's got a lot of cream on it. It's right here. It says, it's so creamy is what it says on the packet. So a lot of cream on it, a lot of cream. Doesn't taste like French vanilla, but I like the creaminess of it. I don't like strong coffee anymore. I've had enough strong coffee in the military. And my military guys know this. We used to have this giant stainless steel looking thing that in the military, you put the coffee grounds on top. Usually we get this coffee at the commissary. You buy this coffee at the commissary, and it's white can, and it's got label. It says coffee. It's not even Folgers or anything. It just says coffee because it's the cheapest brand. And military guys, we all chip in for the coffee. So they want to buy the most coffee at the cheapest price. So, man, and it was like really strong coffee, especially when you get to the bottom of that stainless. It comes like with a spigot. By the time you get to the bottom, if that coffee's been sitting for hours, man, it's like it starts coming out thick. It starts coming out thick. So I've had enough of a strong brewed coffee. All about like the taste now. The taste now. Before, I drank coffee in the military. I worked in the hospital, man. I worked 12-hour shifts, graveyard sometimes, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So coffee in the military was just to stay awake. The taste wasn't that important. You drank coffee like to keep you awake. Don't fall asleep at work. Morning Fortune, Rance. Nescafe stick is already strong. I know, man. Mom don't play around, man. Mom, she likes this. I can't handle this, man. If I try Mom's Nescafe stick, I gotta have some cream or something, milk or something with it, man. It's some strong coffee. Kaping Barako is, I know Kaping Barako. I know that's Batangas coffee bean. I mean, there's many coffee beans now in the Philippines. Batangas coffee beans popular, Baguio Benguet coffee is popular, and I know there's beans that come from Mindanao that's pretty popular in the Philippines. So many, I mean, it's not hard to buy coffee beans here. You can buy them online. A lot of public market, if you go to public market, they will sell you coffee beans here. So if you like to grind your own beans and all that, you can definitely have it here. Mom and me have the same taste in coffee. All right, Brian. Yeah, man. She likes it strong, man. She likes a strong coffee. Yo, Mom and I drink the same way. All right, see? Tim too, man. I mean, she's hardcore, man. You guys are hardcore, man. Nescafe classic, man. This is like strong stuff here. Hello, everyone. All right. Is Dassel's new scooter rented out? No. It's back there. I do like start it and I ride it around here. We got to get a helmet. Our helmet is like one of those older helmets. Like it doesn't have the face in the front. Half face. There's a requirement now for helmets here. It has to be, if you're the driver of the motorcycle, you have to wear the full face. With the chin and everything, mask, and we don't have that helmet. All we have is like the half face. So I can't even really ride it. I mean, you see many people here riding motorbikes without a helmet, but with my luck, I'll get pulled over by the Calibo Auxiliary Police. So we have to get the full face helmet. Nobody's rented it out yet. Maybe JP, when he gets here, maybe it will be the first renter. And then we got to get a helmet. We're probably waiting on JP. If he rents it, we'll get a helmet so it fits him and make sure it fits him, the full face helmet. Hello, Gino. Long time no see. Growing up, we used to drink Blend 45. Yeah, at Blend 45, I remember like Nescafe. It comes in like a glass bottle. You open it and it's still instant. You just scoop the coffee. I remember that. Ran. Hi, David, JP, Lowell, Gino will be picking me up airport December 29 in Caticlan. I'm happy for you, JP. You did well. Your island has everything you need from Tom. Oh, it is, man. Like Aklan province and Panay Island in general. Really, that's what I've been saying, Belus. This is a hidden gem here in the Philippines. I mean, Panay Island's got everything. You know, it's like if you're looking for mountain area, beach area, Boracay Islands in Panay, Rojas City, you got, you got Iloilo, the hospitals in Iloilo City. I mean, some of the best hospitals in the Philippines, some of the best schools in the Philippines if you got kids, so really it has everything here. I mean, I've been saying it many times. Panay Island, Aklan Province, man, Iloilo Province, Capiz, Antique, hidden gem here in the Philippines. I mean, I can ride motorcycles, I can ride my car, I don't have to worry about traffic, smooth roads, long roads with like fantastic views of the mountains, rice fields, ocean, man. I mean, you can't really experience that in some of the places in the Philippines. I know if you live in Metro Manila or Cebu City, you're not going to experience that. You're going to experience traffic. I do not experience that here in Aklan Province or here in Panay Island for the most part. Maybe Iloilo City, maybe a little traffic there, but that's about it. It's like the rest of the Panay Island here, man. If you're like a motorcycle rider, man, you're gonna have a blast. My friend Ryan, he did the Panay Loop, the Panay. He went to from Calibo to Caticlan to Boracay to Antique, San Jose Antique to Iloilo to Roa City. Man, he had an amazing time, man. One day he rode his motorbike for like 8 hours. I said, 8 hours? You rode your motorbike 8 hours? He said, man, he was just having so much fun that he couldn't stop, man. The Facebook group Boracay long-term rentals have heaps. I'll check it out. I have checked that out before, Brian, that the rentals in Boracay. I always find rentals in Boracay just by word of mouth. I have enough friends in Boracay that I can just ask them. I'd rather do that because like a lot of the rental places that they'll advertise, I mean, it's a good start to a Facebook group because usually you have to negotiate with those Facebook group people. They don't like putting the price. That I never could understand here, but it is what it is. They'll post an ad for a rental and they won't put the price. They want you to contact them and get the negotiating started. They want to get to know you, like where are you coming from, things like that, or are you willing to pay a deposit, that kind of thing. If I need a rental in Boracay, I got friends there that actually run their own Airbnb, so not a problem for me to find rentals in Boracay. JP, thanks. I got the taking everything apart stage, getting ready. Taking your life down to a suitcase, carry on a backpack is much easier. Listening to that, all right, thank you. All right, JP, you're gonna be great, man. You're gonna be fine, JP. You're gonna find a good life here. And I think, now that you're paring down all your things to one suitcase and backpack, you're gonna realize all that stuff that you had in the past, you don't need it, man. You're gonna be much happier with a lot less things, The thing with material things, when like even Bumblebee, things break. Even in my car, I had to like take my car in for the 40,000 kilometer check. They had to replace all the filters, all the oils, or whatever they had to do, right, on my car, on my Wigo, because it reached like the 40,000 kilometer. I mean, that thing cost me like 14,000 pesos, about $250 to do all that service. The thing with material things, there's just like, it's not just when you buy it, there's the maintenance cost, sometimes the replacement cost, like the tire. I couldn't fix the tire, so you got to replace. The more things you own, the more things break, the more unexpected things happen, like, oh dang, I gotta spend my money on that. I gotta, and I know when I was in the US, it was the same thing. It's like, you're already paying bills, you already got a budget every month, then all of a sudden, urgent care visit or something like that. All of a sudden, there's an extra bill for that month. It happens. It happens. To me, the less things you have, the better you're off, because the less things that will break. That's why I don't buy stuff. People always tell me, why don't you buy a drone? Your videos are going to be better with drone. Why don't you buy a new camera? Why don't you buy a new phone? You know, all this equipment. I'm like, dude, my iPhone 10 works. So why would I need, I'm doing the live stream on iPhone 10 and it works. So why would I need another phone, that would cost me money? It's like, to me, less is better, especially in retirement. And the less things you have, the minimalist lifestyle for me, it works. It's like a lot easier, a lot less stress. All right, Melissa, good morning. Good morning from Corpus Christi. All right, my sister. Hello, brother. Raining and storming in Corpus. Love your informative live streams. Blessings to you and the family. All right, you take care, and Nanay too. You both need to take care of your health. I know, that's a struggle sometimes, but God bless. God bless, my sister. Belus, we will try to make a trip to you and the crew. All right, no worries, man. No worries. You're gonna have fun here. Belus. I like walking around Talipapa and just watch people getting on. I know, right? To me, the public market is just amazing to me. I've done videos of, Kalibo right now, the public market in Kalibo is kind of all spread out. So once that new public market gets built, I'll do my regular trip to the market again in Kalibo. Numancia, I've filmed several times, but it's a good place where you just like see like the day-to-day life of people, and surprise you like what you see at the public market here. It's like there's just and it's a good vibe. People are happy. It's like they're trying to sell their goods, trying to attract your attention, and then you build your suki. Suki is like the person where when you go to the market, you always go to that person because you know that she's gonna get, like I have a suki here in Numancia Public Market. She hides the good stuff for me. Like, when I go to her stall, she's like, oh, kuya, I got some good stuff. She's not even displaying. She's not even, I know she's not going to rip me off. She's not going to raise prices on me. She's going to give me the best deal. A lot of times she'll like throw in freebies. It's like, oh, I'll buy like onions, tomatoes, potatoes, and I don't even need like a cucumber or something. Oh yeah, here's a couple of cucumber, free, no charge, because she wants to keep my business. And I've had a long relationship with her. She's the vendor that I like shopping my produce, and you'll get that. When you come to the Philippines, you will have your suki. Suki is what it's called here. Michael said hi. All right, Belus, Washington is off the chart, flooding this year. Wow, prayers. All right, prayer. I'll have to look, man. I haven't been paying attention with the news in the United States. I'll have to watch. I just don't have a lot of time, watching YouTube videos. So, but I will today. I'll have to watch some of that Washington State news and see what's going on over there. Emilio, good morning, Gino. Hey, good morning, Emilio. Are you back in the Let me see. No, you said you were going to go back to San Diego December 20. So you're about to board the plane. Safe travels, Emilio. Safe travels. Good AM, Emilio. JP, feeling better. 11 days to go. Good morning, Kuya Gino from J-Boy. Good morning, J-Boy. My side of Washington State is fine. Puget Sound area is getting hammered. That's it. I remember the reservoir part. JP, I couldn't remember potholes. Potholes. I should remember that pothole. I should just think roads in the Philippines, potholes. It's like most of the roads here has got a lot of potholes. So potholes, reservoir. Hey, J-Boy, tired of this traffic in Makati, bro. Oh, I know, right? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Emilio. Emilio came here to Kalibo. He rode in my car. I took him to New Washington. I took him to New Washington, Aklan for seafood. We went to, I took him to Loola's Fish Farm in Makato, Aklan, to Lezo, Aklan. We had like Buko Pai. So he's seen how there is no traffic. You know, like when we're riding around in my car, we're looking at rice fields on both sides of the road, you know, a cemented road, you know, the diversion road is like a 2 lanes, you know, no traffic at all. So now he's headed back to San Diego. He's in Makati waiting on his flight. And nothing but traffic in Makati. I know that, man. Nothing but traffic in the city. So I feel you, Emilio. Next time, man, spend all your vacation here in Aklan, man. Skip the city, man. Skip that. For me, Manila, if you're staying there because of the malls, because of MOA and all that, to me, you get that in the U.S., man. There's stuff like that in the U.S., you know. Go to the province. Spend your vacation in the province. Stay out of the cities. Or at least go to Iloilo City. You know, that's a milder city here. Walkable city. You can even ride your bicycle in Iloilo City. Rent a bicycle and just like ride around Iloilo City. Ryan, yes, a lot of Filipinos go well and truly above and beyond. And I always, yes, I know, right? You know, they just, you know, the service that you get here. Of course, it's not all. Of course, you know, it's hit or miss. There are people, maybe they're having a bad day. You know, maybe they're having a bad day. But for the most part, man, Filipinos will go above and beyond. You know, when I took Bumblebee to the vulcanizing shop, it took him like 45 minutes. He's trying to figure out that tire. He's trying to put sealant. He was doing, and he just couldn't fix it. So I know he felt bad because, you know, they take a lot of pride on their work here. And he goes, I just can't fix it, Kuya. And he goes, where did you buy this? And I told him, I bought it. Let's take it there. You know, so we did. You know, I rode on his motorbike. You know, it's like, to me, you know, he closed his shop. Basically, he's a one-man shop. So when he left his vulcanizing shop, he's losing business while he's taking me to get a new tire. So to me, man, above and beyond is what they do here, man. Right, health is wealth. All right, Emilio, you have wealth and health. All right. Hey, Beltran, nothing wrong with cheap. Cheap do not mean low quality. For sure. Beltran. JP, I am in Canada where the flooding is, and USA poor infrastructure, so the water backs up into Canada. Oh, wow. I don't hear that often. USA and poor infrastructure. I don't hear that often. I hear that about the Philippines having poor infrastructure, but I don't hear the US having poor infrastructure. I used to brew coffee in those big stainless, I know the big stainless steel machine, like the plastic cup, and it's got like a tube in the middle. You know, it's like, the trick is to remove the grounds as soon as brewing. Oh, okay. That's why towards the end, when you drink the coffee, you get some grounds in there, like, right? And I was like, man, what is this? You know, it gets thick and it's got grounds at the bottom of your cup. Good AM, J-Boy. That actually safer just in case your head fell off. Okay. Aloha, hey Derek, aloha, my brother from Hawaii. I normally drink percolated coffee, but I have found Victoria Instant, which is really nice flavor. Oh, nice. Today my topic, I haven't even hit the weather. My bad. I'm looking at the Windy app, and I do not see any development of storm, any typhoon. So maybe we're clear of all this. I know Typhoon Wilma. We were letter W. That was the last typhoon. I'm looking at the Windy app. I don't see anything developing near the Philippines or anything. So maybe we are clear of typhoons already. Hopefully we are. Hopefully we don't need any more typhoons this year. We've already had like 23, I think 23, 24. Today it says here, Caraga, Bicol region, Cagayan, pretty much the entire rest of the country. Again, same thing, cloudy skies, scattered rains, and thunderstorms. So really no typhoon, no tropical depression, no storms headed the Philippines. So looks like we might have a a dry Christmas. Hopefully it stays. Hopefully it stays that way. And then today, my topic, I was just gonna discuss. I didn't even really prepare any notes, but one thing I think will help you if you come to the Philippines. Maybe it's hard to do in the U.S. It's like, but one thing I wasn't this calm, I wasn't this relaxed when I was living in the U.S. Like anybody else in the U.S. I was stressed with a lot of things. Job, I was working, but when I retired, I learned to relax more. And that's the thing. The topic today is keep calm. I think if you just keep calm at most of the situations that you're gonna deal with here in the Philippines, that will like save you like the stress, the aggravation, because a lot of times, really, it's the stress that you might feel here in the Philippines. A lot of times, it's like really unnecessary. A lot of times, you almost like put yourself in that situation where you get stressed. If that's one thing that if you, I mean, and I know we're all different. I know maybe you're just the type of person that can't keep calm, and I've seen that, there's people that are angry. They're just people that get angry. There's people that need anger management. I know that. There's like people, I know in the US, they have like therapists and all that deal with anger management. Unfortunately, here in the Philippines, I do not see many of that. Many of like therapists, you don't hear that here. Mental health specialists, even in Calibo, I really have not seen any clinic or any doctor's office that does that. So maybe that would make it harder here. But if you can just remain calm, find ways to calm yourself here in the Philippines, especially now that you're retired. To me, it doesn't make sense to me anymore that people get so stressed here about the smallest things. I see it all the time, like on the Facebook groups I belong to. My friends now that are here, the Panay Posse, I just don't see that with them. Like with Edgar, my friend Gray, when we hang out, or even my observation in their life, they're really adjusting to the life here. It's like, I think I see it more like, and I don't get it sometimes because I go in the Facebook groups where, I know how social media is. I know how the internet is. People, the keyboard warriors sometimes, they just, the negativity that they throw at people, it's like, it's almost like, I know I don't post anything as far as like my opinion on anything on Facebook or anything like that. I just post our videos, I just present videos or things that I do here, and I don't make generalized comments, because when you go to those Facebook groups, if you do, like, let's say you just say, if you have an idea, or you just say like the Philippines is one of the best countries in Southeast Asia, just a simple post like that. Man, the comments, you're gonna say, "Oh, the Philippines is terrible. I would never go there." Just like the negativity of people, man. It's like, I know it's just it's hard to take sometimes, but me, I've just learned it, because being on YouTube, being on these live streams, I have pretty thick skin because I was in the military. Nothing really can affect me like that people say. The only thing that really bothers me is like when they talk about Dazzle or talk about my family, then I'm ready to throw down. It's like, you can say bad things about me, but never, don't attack my family, or especially Dazzle. Then we're gonna have a problem if you do that. But the main thing here for me, if you just remain calm, it's like the things that I see people here that get upset about, like I saw on one of the groups yesterday, I was looking through the comments. This guy was like, he was all upset about, there's this thing called, when you renew your tourist visa here in the Philippines, there's this thing called the express fee. I guess if I haven't renewed a visa, I've helped people renew the visa, but a lot of times the people at the Bureau of Immigration, they will tell you that they have an express fee where You don't have to leave your passport or your paperwork. They'll say, do you want to avail the express fee? They'll process it right on the spot. I guess an extra fee to process it. But on the comment, they said some offices don't even offer you that. Some offices just automatically charge you the express fee. And people got all riled up. Oh, that's another scam. That's another scam. And I'm like thinking, it's like, if little things like that bother you, maybe the Philippines is not for you. It's like, here you are, you're allowed to stay in the Philippines for like 30 days free. Your first renewal, another 30 days, and then 2 months after that, you're basically staying in the Philippines for the first year here. You're probably going to spend $500 as a tourist to stay in the Philippines for 12 months. That is one of the lowest fee as far as tourist visa in the whole entire world. I think the only one cheaper I've heard, Cambodia, maybe charges maybe $300 a year to the $500 in the Philippines. But man, even if I wanted to take Dazzle to go to the US on a tourist visa, the application alone is like over $1,000. The application doesn't even mean she gets approved for a tourist visa. So to me, it's like, if you're complaining about like about tourist visa in a country where you want to go live, you just need to keep calm. You just got to keep calm, and the thing, if you ever decide to drive a car here in the Philippines or ride a motorbike here in the Philippines, you definitely need to keep calm. You definitely need, it doesn't matter where you drive here. It's worse in the cities like Cebu City, Manila. I would never drive on those places. I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave to drive in those places. But even here in Aklan province, even though we have wide open spaces, no traffic, you still have to keep calm when you ride your motorcycle here or car here, because other motorbikes here, other tricycles, they will come out of nowhere here. Blind spots, people going against the flow of traffic, wrong direction. You get in an intersection, people they're zooming in an intersection, they don't even slow down. That is one thing I know aggravates a lot of expats when they get here, is the driving here. And to me, it's one of those things where it's gonna take you a while to get used to it. Even for me, I'm super defensive. I remain calm when I drive. I let people through. I'm a slow driver. I take my time. But even for me, I started driving here in 2014. First 3 years here, I didn't even drive a car. I was just riding my mountain bike. But the first year was definitely an adjustment, because there is no rules here. It's an organized chaos here when they drive here. So that's going to be one of your biggest hurdle here. It's like learning how to drive and remain calm. Remain calm when you're driving or riding your motorbike. More likely, when you ride your motorbike in the beginning, I highly recommend it. Go slow. Go in the slow lane. Let them like zoom past you. Let them do that. Don't get into a competition with the other motorcycle riders here. They're more experienced here on the way they ride. They've been riding crazy like that most of their life. Most of their life. I see kids here in the province here. The minute a little kid, 10 years old, 12-year-old, the minute they can reach they can put their foot down on the motorbike, they're on a motorbike. Yeah, it's just the way it is here. Of course, they don't have a license, because you can't even get a learner's permit here till you're 16. But you see many kids here riding on motorcycles. It's a province. It is what it is. But that is one of the things that I have friends here I have this one expat friend of mine. He doesn't even drive. He made sure his wife got a driver's license, and his wife drives them around now. He gets so angry. That's the word. I get so angry, man, when he drives a car. So at least he knew. At least he knew that he can handle the driving here. So, and you can hire a driver here. I mean, my friend Edgar, he's got a driver. He doesn't have to drive unless he wants to. But he did drive to Iloilo City when we went to Iloilo City. He rented a car and he drove himself. But that's one thing you're gonna have to learn here. You gotta, man, just gotta remain calm. There's things here that I know aggravates foreigners when they come here, waiting in line. That's like it's like I know, like standing in line for like the ATM machine, and you're in line and you're standing in line for 30 minutes, right? Or more on an ATM. And you're going like, it's like you really just have to remain calm and then learn some of the pro tips, some of the tricks that to avoid those situations. Like learn the best time to use the ATM. Learn like when people are at work, you're retired, so you have you're free to do like me. When that's on, like when we go to like Jollibee or we go to McDonald's or anything like that. Before, now I have a PWD card, so we can cut in line. So that's not. But before I got my person with disability card, the minute we even, like if we're walking at the mall, we want to eat at Jollibee. The minute we see a long line, we don't even bother with that because it's gonna be a while. That's gonna like you're gonna be, it's just gonna upset you if it takes so long. Or sometimes you stand in line for like 20-30 minutes to get to the front of the line to order, and they'll tell you at Jollibee, they'll say, "Oh, we're out of chicken." It's like I came here for the chicken. Now you're out of chicken. Things like that will happen. That's why I said, remain calm, keep calm. That's like that's an attribute here in the Philippines that you're gonna have to learn. Patience. Philippines will test your patience for sure, and remaining calm will be like the biggest attribute yourself that you're gonna be proud of when you reach that level where nothing bothers you anymore. And Emilio, he can attest to this because he got to hang out with me. Man, nothing bothers me here, man. If I sit and it takes them an hour to get my food to me, I'm not upset. It's like I'm talking with my friends. I'm hanging out. It's like, I know how that can be aggravating for people. It's like, man, it's been a long time. I'm hungry. It's like, where's my food? Me, man, I just don't get like that anymore. Brian, full face helmet should be a must anyway. Got to protect that hand. Thank you, Brian. But that's the law now, I guess. Full face helmet is required now if you're the driver. Now, the back rider doesn't. Any helmet is still good, but they are requiring full face helmet now. Hello, James. Good morning, Gino. Good morning, James Cabril. Peanut Butter Travels. Hey, Peanut Butter Travels. Hello, Peanut Butter Travels. Chick-fil-A. Okay, Chick-fil-A in the Philippines. I have not seen Chick-fil-A in the Philippines. Maybe in Manila, but I have not heard Chick-fil-A here. Brian, I did some research years ago on traffic deaths, and then had around 24 deaths per week from memory. So injured and seriously injured numbers would be astronomical. Oh yeah, I see that, man. Even here in Panay Island, people just go fast in the Philippines. That's one thing I learned, especially on motorbikes. People go really fast on motorbikes. You see many accidents all the time here. Everybody's like a speed racer. Everybody's a speed racer here. Moving forward, don't go away mad. Just go away. Good advice, Belus. Right? To me, it's like, it really, that's one trait that you're going to have to learn here. It's like to keep calm, don't get angry so fast. I know that's hard for some people because I see them, man. I see foreigners here sometimes. I'll be at a grocery, and of course, a grocery here takes time. The cashiers, their scanner don't want to work. They gotta punch the number on each item. When it's time to pay, your debit card don't work. I mean, it's just a slow cashiers here in the Philippines. So the line gets long on the cashier. And I can tell it sometimes. I'm just standing there watching, and I see the foreigners here. They just get edgy. You can see them starting to get upset that they're standing, that they feel like they're wasting their time. But, to Filipinos, if you notice, the Filipinos here, Filipinos are trained, man. Filipinos are trained to wait. Waiting for a Filipino is nothing, man. They're like they'll just go on their phone. They're just like chit chat with somebody. I mean, one thing that the Filipinos have learned in the Philippines, the patience and the waiting. 1 hour standing in line is nothing to a Filipino, but a foreigner standing in line for an hour, man, you can just tell they're steaming. They're steaming that they're wasting their time in line. But here in the Philippines, it's a way of life here. You can't get away from not waiting in line here. It's just part of life. You're gonna experience long lines here. There used to be a great magazine published here called Grassroots, which all but sustainable living, had a huge collection, and per usual gave them away on of life's mistakes. Oh man, Grassroots, that sounds like a cool magazine. Beltran was browsing on my wife's laptop. She got me an Insta 360 times camera kit. All right. I might just start vlogging. Hey, go ahead, man. Right? It's like that's a hobby for many people in the Philippines. I mean, there's so many vloggers here. Like even when I'm vlogging, when I'm outside, you see many people with cameras, and I always kind of like wave at them. I mean, it's you don't even just to record your life, record your experiences. It doesn't even have to be to get to the level where you get monetized. I will have to get a Dazzle TV shirt. Go shopping at Numancia Market. I'll introduce you, JP, to my suki. I'll introduce you to my suki. And you can get it. You'll once you get here, you will find your favorite fruit stand. You'll find your favorite vegetable vendor. It's weird how that works. It's like when you're walking around, you just send, maybe it's a smile from a pretty Filipina. It's like, I know, Jay, maybe, the Filipina smile, the minute they smile at you, maybe that's going to be your suki immediately, right? Because, to me, that smile is underrated. When people smile at you, it's like, oh man, I got a good vibe with this person. I'm buying from her. When a vendor is like mean looking, grouchy, why would I buy from you? It's like, I want somebody when I'm buying my fruit, I want that vendor to be smiling at me, to be happy that she's selling me something, not somebody all grumpy. Can you act? I don't know if I can. I've never acted in my life, but I don't know if I can act or not. I will have to make a video of the area before I leave so I can show you why. Oh, all right. Thank you, JP. Do that, man. Do that. Why it's called potholes. I mean, they can call the province here potholes. We got a lot of potholes here, and there's areas here in the province. Altabas being one of them, man. They got some serious potholes there. I don't know what's going on, but they need to fix some of the potholes there when I drive through Altabas, man. Do you have any good recommendation for... All right, good for you, man. People say, all right. My favorite smell, Folgers. Yeah, it is, right? The coffee smell. I do like the coffee smell myself over a campfire. Oh man, I know, right? Man. The coffee smell is just inviting and very inviting. Brian, I want to spend a little more time in Manila just to visit some of the historical sites like Fort Santiago. There's a great video on YouTube about the Battle of Manila. It is very interesting. Yeah, I'm familiar with Fort Santiago, man, because my elementary years, I went to Letron College, Colegio de San Juan de Letron, all boys Catholic school in Manila, and we were in Intramuros. My school is like one of the oldest schools in the Philippines, entire Philippines. Our school was like founded like in the 1600s. That's how old our school was. But I'm familiar. I mean, even like there's ruins now in Intramuros, and in front of our school was this, like, it used to be a fort, masonry, like rocks, and we used to play in there. We used to play in there when I was a kid, man. So I remember that area. I mean, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth the visit. But me, I just don't like Manila, man. I was born and raised in Manila. You know, it's like I grew up there. If I don't see Manila ever, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. And I got relatives there. I got relatives in Manila, man. It's just to me, Manila is just so congested, polluted, and I never feel safe in Manila. You know, it's like you always have to protect your property, your wallet, your backpack, whatever. You know, it's like you're always like in danger of somebody snatching your stuff, and I just don't like that feeling. I don't have that feeling here in the province. I've never had a crime committed against me my whole 15 years here. You know, it's like in Manila, it's almost hard not to be a victim of crime in Manila. I mean, from the taxi alone, man. The taxis are crooked in Manila, man. I just don't like it. I don't like going to Manila. She rises in faith. I totally agree with you, Kuya. Less is best. I don't think you need a drone or new equipment. I don't, man. You see my videos. I'm easy. Whatever's easy for me to make. You know, it's like I don't need to make it all. You know, I'm really not after. To me, I'm not concerned about the views, the subscription. I'm not really concerned about that. I've built a good community already. I have friends now, like you, Melissa. You're my friend. Nana is my friend. That's why I do YouTube. You know, it's like I want to spread the love. I want to spread the positivity. I don't need to attract any more subscribers, or I don't count likes. I don't count views on my videos. I do the videos for us. You know, it's a recording of my life, Dazzle's life, Leanna's life, Mom's life. And if you like our channel, there's enough people that like our channel. They come see us. You know, it's fun for me to meet people like in Boracay, in Calibo, Emilio, and I got to hang out with Emilio. To me, that's what YouTube is about. It's not about views or not about subscribers. You know, it's like I don't make that much money on YouTube, and it's never been a concern of mine. It's never been a concern of mine. Yeah, online community. That's what it is, and that's what I'm proud of, Melissa. I've made connections with people, just like with you. I made a connection. You can call me anytime, and we can talk on the phone like we're just two people in the world that are friends. Even though we've never met each other, we're friends. You know, we're brothers and sisters. And to me, that means more than views, than subscribers, and than all that, man. Friendship and fellowship. Yeah, that's what's all about for me, man. When we had the Thanksgiving dinner at the 8 Ball Tavern, a Thanksgiving with my expat friends here in Calibo, to me, that's what it's all about for me. I enjoy that. I enjoy sharing the experience, sharing their, when a foreigner comes to Calibo, comes to Aklan province, and they're sharing their life with me, man, it means a lot to me. You know, it's like that's why I do all I can to help them adjust to the life here, explain to them, help them as much as I can to learn the ways of the Filipino, learn the ways of how it is here in the province. You know, I'm not a know-it-all. You know, I'm still learning, and sometimes I learn from them also because things change here. You know, a lot of times, I didn't know that, or that changed. You know, that's a new procedure now. You know, I learn from the people that come here too. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody. Hey, James and Karen, my good friend James in Balete, Aklan. Thank you, James, for joining the live stream, man. James is one of my good friends here. I'm so happy for him. He's he's building a community also. He's got good people around him, building a good life here in Aklan province. Here's a guy coming from the U.S. He's been here now, I think about 2 years, but man, he's living an amazing life here, and I'm so happy for him. You know, it's like that, you know, just a good positive vibe on YouTube, man. Hello, James and Karen. Like and subscribe from Brian says. Hello, JP. All right. Calm. Mojito. Plus one. Hey, calm. Mojito. Hey, watching Philippine sunsets and white beside. I know, right? I know, right? In Boracay, you know, when I'm in Boracay and I watch the sunset, you know, and just walking on the beach, you know, Dazzle, your wife, holding hands, walking by the beach, walking on the water, watching the sunset. I mean, life can't get any better than that, you know. To me, I have just learned that no matter what happens here in the Philippines, no matter, especially the last few years after my battle with cancer, I've just remained, I just got calmer and calmer, you know. Nothing really bothers me anymore, just because to me, a lot of the things that people get upset about, a lot of the things that gets you like fired up and angry, to me, it's like nonsense a lot of times, you know, like why would like standing in line upset me, or why is taking me long to get my money at the ATM machine, or the cashier taking a long time at the grocery store, or my order of food taking so long. Why would that even upset me? You know, it's like, to me, it's like, make use of the time. If you're waiting, you know, I'm on my phone, I'm chatting with people. Sometimes people call me, hey, what's up, brother? Catching up with people. Just entertain yourself, you know. It's a way of life here in the Philippines. Waiting is a way of life here. People don't move fast here. People move on island time here. They move at their own pace here. Nothing in the US, everything is like speed. Everything has to be done quick, done fast. In and out of the grocery, self-checkout. I gotta check out my groceries by myself so I can get out of here, right? In the Philippines, man, everything takes time. You know, it's like the cashier will get a can of soda. They scan. It won't scan. Price check. They'll send a guy to like get a price on the item. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. You just gotta learn that. You gotta learn the rhythm of the Philippines. Island time. I always preach it. Here. When you move here to the Philippines, everything moves on island time here. You can't be in a hurry here. If you're in a hurry here, you're just gonna get stressed. Would probably be in trouble for my hierarchy of priorities if discovered. Hey Daniel, my brother from another in Jacksonville, Florida, counting down his days till I pick you up at the airport, man. Till I pick you up in the airport. I know you're gonna stop in Cebu City first. I know you gotta take care of that SRV, but once you're done with that, man, you'll start your life here in Panay Island. JP, to me, Philippines traffic looks like ants in a line, sort of headed in the same direction. Ants get an incredible amount of work done. At least here, JP, when you get here, Calibo, it's not bad. You know, even Iloilo City, even Roa City, the traffic is not bad. It's really just the big cities. If you go to like Manila or Cebu City, that is traffic. But here, I don't see you, you know, with your experience riding motorbikes, I don't see you having problems here riding your motorbike. Hello, J&K, JP Fort. Hello from Germany. All right, Samurai, Germany. Brian, when you come from a very rules-based system, it initially looks insane. But if you watch the system is based on courtesy, things would have Aussie screaming work. Yeah, you know, like I said, I often called it organized chaos, but for me, it's easy now for me to drive here. It's not even an issue. Even when I go to Calibo or Iloilo City, you know, I've just learned that, you know, people are in a hurry. I just let them go. You know, I let everybody in. I'm not in a hurry, you know, so if they want to cut in front of me, that doesn't bother me. Now, if it upsets you, like if you're if you were in like in America, I know when people cut you off in America, man, that's like a fight. You're getting ready to fight when somebody cuts you, but you can't think like that when you're here because it's gonna happen here. It's gonna happen here. I mean, people like you'll be driving here, and all of a sudden the tricycle in front of you will make a U-turn in the middle of the road without no signal, nothing. There could. And sometimes it still surprises me when I'm driving. I'm already like my head's already in a swivel, and there all of a sudden there's like on my blind spot there's a motorbike zooming. It's like that I have to duck. That it happens. It happens here. You just gotta like be ready. Be ready. If you do decide to drive, just take your time. Drive slow. That way, if you do hit somebody, at least it's not, that's one thing. At least here, vehicles don't go fast here. Like even on the national highway here in Aklan, most people go 60 kph, kilometers per hour. That's only 39 miles an hour. So at least they don't go fast. It's like in the U.S., man, people go like 70 miles per hour. You won't see that here. You won't see that here. Unless you're in Luzon, unless you're in Manila, you drive at the expressway, the North Luzon Expressway or South Luzon Expressway. But here in the province, not very fast. Once in a while, you'll see people drive fast, but more often than that, they drive pretty slow here. About the only people that really super fast and crazy here, those public transportation here in Aklan, in Panay Island, the van, the 15 passenger van, those guys are always in a hurry. I do not recommend riding those vans. If you're moving from one place to another here, take the bus. Take the bus. The bus is safer than the L3. Those L300 is what they call it, like a 15, 16 seater. Man, they just drive crazy here. Always in an accident here. Fortune, good AM, Daniel. David Boyd. My wife, not very patient when she asked me to take out to take out the trash. To take out the trash. That's funny, David. That's funny. LOL, David. I'm hearing, all right. Hearing you, mate. I saw a dude texting and riding the bike. Oh yeah, that happens all the time, man. I see that all the time, Daniel. There's like they'll be riding on a motorbike, one hand on the motorbike, and they're texting, riding the motorbike on the highway. Even I see that all the time, man. There's nothing new here, man. Ran into the back of a Park City bus. Oh, that happens too. I've seen motorbike run into, because the buses here, the L3 buses, they like stop on a dime. Because what happens here, Daniel, a lot of times there's people on the national highway. They're just standing at the national highway, waiting for the bus or waiting on the van, and they'll just raise their hand. They'll wave it down. They're trying to catch the public transportation. And it's almost like if there's two vans or buses riding, it's first whoever gets there first. So, man, you could be following a van or a truck, the public transportation one, and they will like slam on their brakes, man. They'll just slam on their brakes because all of a sudden the driver could have been not paying attention, collecting money from the passengers. All of a sudden he sees a fare, right? A person stopping him, like, he'll just like slam the brake, man. So that's why you have to be alert. You have to be alert. And that's why a lot of the motorbikes, they're not paying attention. They're like, I have seen many motorbikes here. On motorbikes, man, get hit by a bus or themselves hit the bus. That happens. I mean, it's the craziest thing. Again, because people are in a hurry. People are just in a hurry. People drive too fast on their motorbikes. He hit hard, slid down. It was like a cartoon. Yeah, that happens here, man. Hey, all right, there's Castaway Drift, my good friend, my brother from another, Michael and Che in Dumaguete City. They have a YouTube channel. Check out their YouTube channel. He does a lot of live streams at the boulevard. Yeah, he likes to walk like me, and he live streams his walks in Dumaguete City. Morning, Michael from Brian. Good morning, Brian. J-Boy, extra patience is required during... Oh, yeah. For me, that's why, man, J-Boy, I am so happy we're done with all the Christmas shopping. Really now, we just like our regular grocery shopping. I'll just even do most of our shopping now here in Numancia Public Market. I do not even want to go to Calibo for like going to Save More Grocery, SM Cherry, or Gran Gaisano because it is packed. People are shopping right now, even in Calibo, small town of Calibo. Everybody's at the mall shopping. Super long lines right now, super long lines because everybody's shopping for Noche Buena, you know, the food. I already bought the ham. We got our ham. We got we're gonna cook some Filipino food with our Noche Buena. The only thing missing now is I need my queso de bola. I haven't bought my queso de bola. Queso de bola is a round ball, like a round ball of cheese, like hard cheddar cheese. I gotta get that before Christmas Day. Noche Buena here is like midnight meal on the 24th, December 24th at midnight. That's when everybody shares a meal. That's a spread, you know, like, and we stay up late. We'll watch movies like Home Alone, and then come midnight, we'll have our Noche Buena, celebrate Christmas Day. Derek, I can still smell brewing coffee in the morning from a percolator. Yeah, percolator. That's the name, the percolator. I know, right? It's the big stainless. It's got a plastic bucket on top where you put the grounds, and it's got a stick that holds to the bottom. That way, that thing doesn't slide down. Oh, I remember, man. My dad drank his coffee black. I did too. For the most part, like I said, I worked at the hospital, man. So I was working a lot of graveyard shift in the hospital. So, you know, to stay awake, and it was nothing for me to drink 4 or 5 cups of coffee. But that was, you know, I was young back then. That was like, I retired from the military at 37. So that was in my 20s and 30s is when I was drinking that much coffee. Yeah, my wife feels the same about Manila. Yeah, you know, me, I do not miss anything about Manila, man. It's like I said, if I don't ever visit Manila again, it would not hurt my feelings. Because when we fly to Luzon, we always fly to Angeles City, Clark. Yeah, it's a lot easier. And then a lot of times when we land at Clark, we travel north anyway. We go to like Pangasinan, La Union, Baguio, Vigan. So for us, you know, there's really nothing to visit in Manila. Maybe go to Tagaytay, Laguna, but you can skip Manila now when you go to those places. Like from Angeles City, you can ride a bus or whatever that bypasses Manila. It goes through like the North Luzon Expressway, the Skyway, and then South Luzon Expressway. There's just nothing in Manila that interests me anymore. Waiting time for Filipinos is TikTok and Facebook time. J-Boy. Right? You know, for me, like I said, if I'm waiting in line, I'm usually on my phone. I'm answering Messenger, I'm answering my WhatsApp, I'm answering my email. So even comments on our YouTube channel. So I can just stand there for like an hour, and my time goes by fast because I get stuff done while I'm waiting. Hurry up and wait. Hey, that's the military right there, man. Derek, right? Hurry up and wait. We always had to be early for everything in the military. If assembly time is at 8, normally at 7:30 we're already there. And then usually when assembly time is at 8, nothing starts till like 10 or 11. You just like, hurry up. Everybody's like all set. Then you gotta wait. Everybody's gotta wait. Hey, Thelma, all right. My good friends in the Outback Australia, and Dean's got one of these cups, man. Dean's got one of these cups. I made sure Dean got a cup, man. Good morning, Gino. Advance Merry Christmas. Advance to everybody. Hopefully everybody has a good Christmas. Greetings from the beautiful, I know, the Outback. You know, I got friends at the Outback of Australia. So awesome, man. Merry Christmas, Thelma and Dean. Hannah, all right, Gino. All right, Hannah. Southern Cal Benny, Gino, you should install a dash cam if you don't have one already. I used to have, I've actually gone through two dash cams already, but the brand I get, it's like I ordered in Lazada. It's gone, it breaks after a while. I don't, like with anything else, man. That's why I don't like buying stuff, man, because they break anyway. I guess they're all made in China, so they don't last. So I've gone to two dash cams, but I don't even care now, man. It's like one more thing I gotta buy, so I don't even get one anymore. But I have gone through two dash cams, and both end up not working anyway. I always refer to traffic system there as system that develops from not having a system, or it develops from, I mean, there's a rhythm to everything here, the way you drive. Like in Calibo right now, they did install like traffic lights. At one time they had I'm gonna say maybe 4 or 5 traffic intersections in Calibo, but now I think they only have maybe 2 that works. That's the thing. They'll install a traffic light, like a left turn, a 4-way intersection. They'll work for a few months, then all of a sudden something breaks in the traffic light and they don't fix it. So I've driven in Calibo for many years. I think the traffic lights in Calibo, they came about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But I was driving in Calibo before that didn't have traffic light. In Numancia, in our town, there's not a single traffic light here. There's not even a single traffic sign. Those the stop sign in a 4-way intersection, that don't exist here. In the province of Aklan, that doesn't exist. There is no, when you get in a 4-way intersection, there is no stop sign. There is no right of way, right? Supposed to be when you go to the intersection, the guy on the right's got the right of way. Really here, there's no right of way. It's kind of like you get into an intersection and you're kind of like eyeballing everybody. Or is it me? Is it me? Or is it you? One of the things that Dazzle taught me, he said, if you do this, if I'm driving, if I do this, if I put my head down, that means it's my turn. But if I'm driving and I do this, like lift my head up, go ahead. I learned that from Dazzle. So you get in an intersection, you're kind of looking at each other like, okay, go ahead. You go ahead. It's like, and I always do. I always just let them go, everybody go. And then I usually get somebody in the back of me like honking at me like, hey, why are you letting everybody get in? But hey, doesn't bother me, man. That's another thing. If like horns bother you, you need to get over that fast, because here in the Philippines, everybody will honk at you. Even like a slight hesitation, or even like on the highway, sometimes they have crosswalks here. If I stop at a crosswalk, pedestrian lane, it's just my habit, man. I respect pedestrians. So if I stop at a pedestrian lane on the highway or anywhere in Calibo and let people walk, the guy behind me guarantees gonna honk at me. Or even worse, he's gonna overtake me and nearly clip people in front. That's just the way it is. I've seen it happen many times, but hey, I'll always let pedestrians go. I'm not gonna because the ones that worry me sometimes when I'm driving, like even on the national highway here, when there's no pedestrian lane, right? I'm going this way on my lane, 60 kph, pretty, even at 39 miles per hour, that's a pretty good speed. And there's gonna be guy on the other side of traffic just crossing slowly. They're like walking, and sometimes it's not even slowly. Sometimes they're like, is this guy gonna like try to beat me to the, these are people walking, that like and some guys are just like, like act like, I'm bad, I'm walking in the middle of the street. And when I see people crossing, I just automatically slow down. I'm not, here in the Philippines, unfortunately, a lot of drivers, they see somebody walking, like they'll speed up, so, but me, man, I'm just careful, man. I don't want to hit anybody. Here. Hi, Thelma from Brian. You getting any of the rain out your way, Thelma? Hey, party's right there. My good friend Rick. My good friend Rick in Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, Rick, I'm gonna see you soon, right? You're gonna be in Calibo soon. All right there. 27 days until we get there. All right, brother. Can't wait. That's my Air Force brother there, Rick. Yeah, I met him a couple of years ago at Atiatihan. That was the first time Rick and I got to hang out. So we're gonna do Atiatihan. We're gonna sadsad together. I actually went to their house in Calibo. I took Liana there. We were like, so can't wait for you to get here, Rick. Gonna be fun. Gonna be fun during Atiatihan. Driving is a challenge there. I was driving Manila once, and in left lane to take a turn, red Philippine Rabbit bus wanted it more than me. Scraped off my, oh wow, oh wow. I know, brother, right? You know, I do not, I've never driven in Manila. I've never, even when we went to Luzon, I skipped Manila because from when we drove from Batangas, I took the South Express, South Expressway, and then there's a Skyway. So from the South Express, you go to the Skyway and then North Luzon Expressway. So I was able to bypass Manila, man. I would never drive in Manila. I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave, man. Merry Christmas. All right, Merry Christmas, friends. Merry Christmas. We start buying Christmas gifts months before, usually off season. Yeah, that's the best way. For us, you know, there's just really us and then the relatives in Katiklan. So we got all our shopping done. When we were in Iloilo City, Dazzle bought at the mall in Iloilo City and then SNR. So we're good. We got our food all lined up. Like I said, the only thing missing is my queso de bola. I almost bought it the last time I was in Calibo, but they were out. You know, out of stock at the Gran Gaisano. So next trip, I got to get my queso de bola. Castaway, here in Dumaguete, the traffic looks chaotic. I know, man. I drove there in Dumaguete, but it was still okay. I was able to drive there. You know, it's like when we went to Dumaguete City, but I never feel unsafe. Whatever you want to call it, it works for me. I know, I know. They have a pedestrian first mentality also, and that's good. That's good. I think that's the same way in Iloilo City. Michael, they have a pedestrian first mentality. On the pedestrian lane, people actually stop and let them. I can't say that for our province of Aklan. I can't say that here in Aklan. Unfortunately, people ignore the pedestrian lane here. They don't have the pedestrian first mentality here in Aklan province. They get mad at pedestrians here. Man, they'll even honk at a pedestrian here. I'll just go sometimes, dude, the guy's just trying to cross the street in a pedestrian lane. Don't honk at him. I just walk and flow with traffic. Yeah. And I know you got it going on, man. I know you got it going on, Michael. I know it's not an issue for you. Normally, we can start stocking up late May, June for canned goods. All right, canned goods which had a long shelf life. Minnie Mauser said hi. All right, Minnie Mauser. There is to avoid long lines and traffic. Yeah, right now, you know, it's like we're set even after for Christmas and right after Christmas. So yeah, we don't even really need to go to Calibo at the malls or anything. We can just get our stuff here at the Numancia Public Market. Gift intended for children. We usually shop during sale before September. Hey, that's smart. That's smart, Renz. That's the way to do it, man. Start early. Now, when I was living in Bacolod, was a much different story. Totally different mindset. Pedestrian first mindset went right out the window. Yeah, it's the same thing here in Aklan, man. Same thing, you know. They don't respect the pedestrian or pedestrian lanes here. Walking or simply close. It is. It's the same thing here, man. And the one thing, even in Calibo, there's areas in Calibo by the public market, by Pastrana Park, there's really no sidewalk. You end up walking on the street, you know, because the sidewalk, the vendors use it, the motorbikes park in it, the tricycle. I mean, they eat up the sidewalk. So you end up walking on the street. My trick is I always just walk against the flow of traffic. So at least I can see them coming at me. Because if you walk with the traffic, some motorbike or car might clip you, you know, when you're walking. At least if I can see them, I can duck. I can duck if I can see them in front of me. Timeless gift. Hey, that's the way to go, man. For us, I'm the same, you know. It's like we buy gifts, but it's really not gifts. Like, we're not into like expensive gifts, you know. We're more into like more personalized gifts, more like you said, timeless gifts, you know. It's not about the cost of the gift for us. And we have a really small family that, you know, that we take care of. It's not like we don't have to buy all kinds of gifts for different people. Hey, good morning, Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve, good morning. Salute, Scuba Steve. Hey, Scuba. Morning. Scuba Steve. Cast. All right. Belus. Hey, the Colonel. Good morning, fellow Patriots, sports fan, fisherman, everyone. Exactly, Belus. Many things I enjoy in Dumaguete, but my life is not much at risk. I said, what's in Bacolod? This is Bacolod for Michael. Morning, Colonel. And that's good, Michael, right? Because you got to try different places in the Philippines before you really settle. Because it's like an individual preference. You know, you can watch YouTube, you can watch vloggers on YouTube talk about different areas in the Philippines, but you're gonna have a different experience than anybody else. You know, like Michael, he went to Bacolod, it wasn't for him. Now he's in Dumaguete, he enjoys Dumaguete. So you will have to, you know, each individual here will find their place here in the Philippines. It's something with the place that will hit you like, oh, this is the place for me. You know, it's the little things sometimes. And a lot of times the Filipina doesn't hurt either. When you meet the Filipina, usually that seals the deal for many foreigners that come here. Good morning, Master Fortune. Yes, US to Gino, they're very big trucks. Let's have the right of way. In Leyte, there's not such thing as a courteous driver. It's move or survive. Yeah, it is like that. It is, you know, when you travel, even here in Panay Island, the big trucks, they rule. You know, you don't challenge a big truck, you know, the big semi trucks here, or the trucks that carry the gravel and all that. And one of the things that makes me mad sometimes here, the ones that carry gravel or rocks, they don't even cover it as they're supposed to cover it, because rocks be dropping from it. You know, the minute I see it, a lot of times I'll just pull over, because I know those rocks, when they fall, they can fall on your car. And that's happened to my car. I have a little dink on my hood, on my car hood, because one time he was I was going this way here in the National Highway. He was going the other way, and rocks were just falling off his truck, and I could see it coming at me, just like several rocks flying in the air. And one of it, good thing it didn't smash my windshield. It hit the hood, but it put a dent on my hood. Man, it's just terrible. But, you know, what was I going to do? It's not like I'm going to have, I can chase the guy, or I couldn't even read the license plate. Everything happens so fast, and it's not like it's going to do anything. You know, I'm sure the truck would have ran anyway. He's going to claim he didn't do anything. That's the thing here. The trucks here, that's the biggest thing. That's why they have a lot of accidents with semi-trucks, cargo trucks here. There's no weighing station here. There's no inspections here, man. They can like load up those trucks and go to mountainous areas, and they wonder, like they'll say, oh, my brakes didn't work. And that's how they became an accident. But, you know, safety is not just the priority with those trucks, unfortunately. That was me honking. That was you honking. That was you honking, Colonel. Nice greeting by the Colonel. I like those traffic lights near the McDonald's in Calibo that have the count. Oh yeah, that have the countdown on them. Yep, that was a good idea. That's a good idea. But the thing with this is funny. Even with the stoplight at that corner, Brian is talking about. Even with that, right? Because there's a stoplight, there's like even the walking thing where there's a number like for you to walk. Here in Calibo, the right lane on a red, it says a sign that says there, turn on red with care. You're allowed to turn on red. So what does that do? people don't, the tricycles especially, they don't even stop. You know, when it's red, you're supposed to like stop, right? And then look both ways and go. They don't even do that. When it says you're allowed to make a turn on red with care, that doesn't mean nothing to like the tricycle drivers. They're just like zoom past it, and a lot of times you got people walking with the light, you know, with the walking light to say, and the tricycles will just like, they won't even stop. They're like avoid the pedestrian. You know, I have seen it so many times. I was like, you know, even a stoplight that works, you know, people don't follow the instructions because, you know, we don't have many. And a lot of these tricycle drivers, I'm pretty sure they never attended anything like a student driver or anything like that. You know, a lot of people here just you know, pay the fee to get their license here, man. Hannah, hi Colonel, Belus, Master Fortune. I like that. That fits well. All right. Brian, horns, roosters, and two strokes. The sounds of the Philippines. Oh man, right now what's horrible here, Brian, is the pipe, you know, the pipe on the muffler, the pipe on the motorbikes. Man, there's like a thing now, they make it super loud, man. It's like I guess they want to attract attention, you know, when they accelerate, you just hear like this, like very annoying sound, man. Colonel, Hannah, people drive too fast in general. I think so, Hannah. I think people just like to drive fast. Philippine Rabbit bus is very fast. There was a headline in the past that said, Philippine Rabbit turned turtle. I have not seen a Philippine Rabbit bus in so long. I know it's like the red bus. Here we have Ceres. Ceres is the bus here. CERES, and it's either yellow or blue bus here. And they're the newer, more modern looking buses. They're like I think they're, you know, I'm sure they're made in China. If you are moving to the Philippines, you will eventually learn the Filipino sign languages, which is pointing and head nodding. Yeah, pointing with their lips, head nodding, you know, saying. Brian, the thing that is disconcerting for Aussies in the Philippines is the lack of seatbelts, as we are now conditioned to always wear seatbelt. I mean, it's gotten better, Brian. Like I know here the checkpoints, they check for seatbelts here. They usually have a checkpoint, random checkpoints everywhere here in Aklan. They got PNP in their LTO. They're checking for documents like a registration, insurance, driver's license, and they're also checking for seatbelts. Me, I just have a habit. I come from America, so it's automatic for me. Plus, the car makes a noise when you don't the Toyota, if you don't put my seatbelt, there's gonna be a light blinking in front of me and a sound that, so it's gonna be annoying anyway. So, even Dazzle and Leanne, they're used to wearing seatbelts. JP, hello, Colonel. Hello, hey, my friend in Angeles City, Pampanga. I think you can challenge a big truck. One time, yep. You're not gonna win, JP. Man, them big trucks here, they don't slow down. And their excuse all the time when they hit somebody, their brake didn't work. That's all, I always see that. They'll say on Facebook, what happened? What caused the accident? My brakes failed. The people are first and foremost for my love for the Philippines. The people of Dumaguete have embraced me as much as I embrace them. They are open arms for me here in Duma. I am family. I know, right? And that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling that you see smiles from people. You're welcome in the community. I mean, what more can you ask? And that's the thing in the Philippines. People, when you go to the mall, when you're hanging out at the boulevard, Esplanade here, people just like say hello and smile. It's like, Filipinos, they're just like, that's normal to a Filipino. Hey, Edgar. Good morning, Edgar. GP, thinking is not something you're good at. Thanks for the good morning laugh, JP. That's funny. Edgar's always giving JP a hard time. I guess it's like the initiation because JP's gonna be the new guy in Calibo. So Edgar's what is that called? Initiation to the fraternity. You know, kind of like you're a plebe. You're a plebe. Brian, a picture I still have in my mind is seeing a semi loader in the hills going to Boracay from Calibo. And here is this guy standing between the two ramps, holding on with the biggest grin, with the biggest grin. Man, you know, that trip, you know, those semis, it's hard to get behind them going to Boracay because they have these mountainous roads by Ibahay, by Nabas. You know, you get behind the truck, it's hard to pass them because there's not much room to pass them. So you end up like going really slow on those roads. At least we don't have to cross the street in Vietnam. I haven't been to Vietnam, so I don't know that experience, but I've seen the videos of it, Belus, where a ton of motorbikes all at once. Looks like they're attacking you with motor. I got that feeling when I was in Dumaguete City, actually. I was driving in Dumaguete, I got to the light, I stopped, and next thing I know, I'm surrounded by like motorbikes. And then the minute it went green, man, motorbikes are passing me, and I just went slow, man. I just like, watching out, making sure I don't hit any motorbikes. SpongeBob behind you. Yeah, that belongs to Dazzle, that SpongeBob. It was a gift from my best friend in Hawaii. That was a gift to Dazzle because he knew Dazzle loved SpongeBob. Bro, it's my birthday. Can you roast and prank me and say my name? Roast and prank me? Lenora, I saw a buck and 3 doe. All right. Brian, I think that the welcome you are getting is due to your attitude towards them. You're open and welcoming, and that is yeah. Michael's a good guy, man. So that's the thing here in the Philippines. Like I've said it before. If you're a good person here, you come here, you're gonna meet good Filipinos here. Also, you're not gonna have a problem meeting a Filipina here if you're a good person. Now, if you're a jerk and you think that you're the best, whatever, you're also not gonna meet good people. Hello, Hannah, Edgar. Ceres is owned by Yansom Balacar family of Bacolod. I think the company was formed in the 2000s. And quickly rose to control the bus route Cebu. Yes, I mean, that's who they are here. I don't even know if there's another bus company here. I think it's just Ceres, man. It's Edgar. He has changed. That's funny, JB. Good AM, Edgar. All right, good AM, Edgar. All right, I got to the bottom of the comments. I'm going to end the live stream right here. Thank you all for joining the live stream. I appreciate everybody's time. Hello. Oh, hello, Fortune from Edgar. Good to see everyone. Again, thank you. We're getting close to Christmas. Hopefully everybody's preparing for Christmas Day. Spending time with the family. I know Leanna's don't have school anymore, so hopefully kids are like off school now and everybody's just enjoying the time with the family. Have a great day. All right, blessed day, Michael. Thank you so much. Good day, everyone. Good day, Fortune. Take care, everyone, and everyone, please stay blessed.